Morning, it's Saturday, the 13th of December. I have my artificial fire on and my Christmas tree lights are set on low battery. Just thought I'd have a carry on video regarding the Hong Kong people moving to the UK and them being a little, more compatible with the UK and probably a lot of other groups. Obviously, it probably because of doing a British protectorate colony or whatever you want to describe it, for well over 100 years. And obviously they've had generational growth in a system that was kind of based on the British legal system, police system and everything else. So they're kind of brought up in that system. When I was there, it was like going back to 1950 or 60. It was just sort of that more peaceful, practiced life. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. What I'm talking about is when I was there, it was 2014 and not 25. 2014 and not 2205. And the umbrella protest had kicked off there. And obviously, China had been involved, obviously, for 14 years then. And they'd had this kind of gradual creep, which I think a lot of the original Hong Kong residents were very, very afraid of. Because it was meant to be like a two-state system. But the protests were about wanting, I think it was electoral or judicial reform, because of this kind of creeping authoritarianism that seemed to be coming in from mainland China. But when the protests were on, I used to wander around the encampments at night, and because I was doing a 6-day week, so I only had one day off, and I just got bored, and I used to wander around everywhere and just look at it. I spent a lot of time walking around Hong Kong. But what I'm talking about there is, I think everybody was afraid that China would be very violent in the response. I didn't think they would do because there was too many other nations involved there. If it had been just the Cantonese there, I think they would have been in the stuck. But there was enough people there to make it politically unfeasible for them to be too overly aggressive. What I did notice, though, was a counter-protest staged by Communist Party groups. So you had hundreds of thousands of protesters, counter-protesters to the Hong Kong protesters. And they're all kind of staged. You got like 100,000 pro-Communist Party people walking around from different areas in the union uniforms. And I just thought that was interesting. Bye now.